Stop drinking lemon water until you hear this. While science proves it can shrink liver fat by 25% in just 2 weeks, most people are accidentally turning this miracle cure into a metabolic toxin. You think you're healing your liver, but you might be destroying your teeth and triggering fat storage instead. I'm going to show you how to stop drinking lemon-flavored water and start using a biological blueprint to rebuild your liver. Here are the 5 fatal mistakes you must avoid to get the results science actually promised. Now, let's talk about the first reason your lemon water might be failing you. Most people make it way too weak. They'll take a giant 20-ounce glass of water, drop in a tiny sliver of lemon, and call it a day. But here's the cold, hard reality. That's just lemon-flavored water. Your liver isn't looking for a flavor profile. It's looking for the raw biological compounds it needs to repair itself. Think of it this way. Imagine you're trying to water a deep-rooted tree during a massive drought. Instead of soaking the soil at the base, you just spray a light mist into the wind. The mist never reaches the roots. It evaporates before it can do any real good. When you make your lemon water too thin, you're essentially watering your liver with mist. You aren't giving it enough of the actual medicine to reach the roots of the fat stored inside your cells. The real power, the stuff that actually triggers your detox pathways and shields your liver cells from permanent damage, is concentrated in the pulp and the peel. Most people squeeze the juice and throw the rest away. But by doing that, you're literally throwing away about 80% of the benefits. Those bitter compounds, the polyphenols and the essential oils in the rind, are the biological messengers that tell your liver to switch from storage mode to burn mode. If you aren't infusing those into your water, you're missing the whole point of the ritual. Now, I hear this from you all the time in the comments. But what about the pesticides on the skin? I'm terrified of drinking those chemicals. And you're 100% right to be concerned. We don't want to add more toxins to a liver that's already struggling to keep up. But don't let that fear rob you of the cure. You can easily strip those chemicals away and make the peel safe. Just soak your lemons in a bowl of warm water with a tablespoon of baking soda or a splash of white vinegar for about 15 minutes. Give them a light scrub, rinse them off, and suddenly that toxic peel becomes a clean, life-saving resource. You've just turned a potential problem into a potent solution. But once you have those clean lemons, there's one more technical error people make, the temperature. This is where the chemistry really happens, and it's where most people get it wrong. If you use boiling water, you're basically making a tea that cooks the lemon. High heat destroys the delicate vitamin C and denatures the very enzymes your liver is begging for. On the flip side, if you use ice-cold water, the essential oils stay trapped. They're too stubborn to come out. The sweet spot is what I call the activation temperature, roughly 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, or just comfortably warm to the touch. At this specific temperature, the water acts like a key. It's warm enough to soften the peel and draw out those shimmering oils and polyphenols without killing the nutrients. When you pour that warm water over your sliced lemons and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, you'll start to see a slight cloudiness and tiny droplets on the surface. That is the biological signal that the medicine is ready. You'll smell that sharp, clean citrus scent hitting your nose. That's the aromatherapy of healing, starting before the water even hits your tongue. You've just upgraded from a basic drink to a precision biological tool. And trust me, your liver can tell the difference. But even if you make it perfectly, if you drink it at the wrong time, you might be doing more harm than good. Let me show you why. Now, even if you've mastered the preparation, you've got the right temperature, and you've extracted those powerful oils from the peel, none of it matters if your timing is off. This is where most people unknowingly sabotage their results. You see, the third biggest mistake I see is what I call acid conflict. A lot of people have this idea that drinking lemon water during a meal helps wash everything down or aids digestion. I can see why that sounds logical, but biologically, it's a disaster. Think about your stomach like a high-intensity furnace. To break down the proteins, the fats, and the complex nutrients in your lunch or dinner, your body needs a very specific, highly concentrated environment of hydrochloric acid. When you pour a big glass of lemon water into that furnace while it's trying to burn, you aren't helping, you're diluting the fire. The citric acid in the lemon, combined with the volume of water, actually interferes with your stomach's ability to reach the pH levels required to snap those protein chains apart. When food isn't broken down properly because you've diluted your digestive juices, it sits there, it ferments, it causes bloating and reflux. And more importantly, for our goal today, it puts a massive unnecessary strain on your liver. Your liver's main job during a meal is to process nutrients and filter out the immediate toxins. If you force it to deal with undigested food particles on top of that, it can't focus on the deep tissue fat burning we're looking for. You're essentially making your liver work overtime on a task that shouldn't have been its problem in the first place. So, when is the golden window? To get the maximum biological leverage, you have to understand the liver's night shift. While you are asleep, your liver is at its busiest. It's performing deep repair work, filtering the blood and packaging up toxins for removal. It's like a cleaning crew that works through the night to get a building ready for the morning. When you wake up, your body is naturally in a state of dehydration, and your liver is holding on to all that trash it collected overnight, waiting for a flush. This is why the first 30 to 60 minutes after you wake up is the most critical time for your lemon water. When you drink it on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning, it acts like a biological power wash. Because there's no food in the way, the vitamin C, the antioxidants, and the citric acid can bypass the heavy lifting of digestion and go straight to work. It hydrates the tissues, stimulates bile flow, which is exactly how the liver dumps fat and toxins out of your system, and it sets your metabolism to burn before you've even had your first bite of toast. If you wait until breakfast, you've missed the cleanup crew's most productive hour. And there's a massive side effect to this morning ritual that most people don't even realize they're getting. It's not just about the liver, it's about your kidneys too. When you drink lemon water consistently in this golden window, you are flooding your system with citric acid. Now, inside the body, this actually helps optimize the pH of your urine. Why does that matter? Because most kidney stones are formed when your urine is too acidic and minerals begin to crystallize. The citric acid in your morning glass binds to calcium and prevents those stones from ever forming. You're essentially giving your entire filtration system, both your liver and your kidneys, an insurance policy against damage and blockages. I've had people tell me, but I need my coffee first thing. I get it. I love a good cup of coffee too. But think of your lemon water as the shower your internal organs need before they start the day's work. You wouldn't put on your best suit without showering first, right? Give your liver that 30-minute head start. Let the citric acid clear the pathways and prep the bile ducts. But there's a warning I have to give you. Even if you get the timing perfectly right first thing in the morning, empty stomach, perfect temperature, there is one common addition, one healthy ingredient that almost everyone reaches for that will instantly flip the switch from fat burning to fat storing. It's the ultimate wolf in sheep's clothing in the health world. If you're adding this next thing to your glass, you might as well not be drinking lemon water at all. Let's look at why your sweetener is actually your liver's worst enemy. You squeeze your lemon, you take that first sip, and whoa, it's tart. It's sharp. It's aggressive. Your face scrunches up, your kids make a face just looking at you, and your very first instinct is to fix it. You reach for the honey jar, or maybe a dash of agave nectar, because it's natural, right? It's organic. It's what our ancestors used. You tell yourself you're making a healthy lemonade, but I need you to listen closely, because this is the exact moment the miracle ends. That single spoonful of sweetness is the moment your liver's healing process hits a brick wall. In fact, you're not just stopping the progress, you might actually be pushing your liver further into the red. Here is the biological reality that nobody tells you. Sugar, especially fructose, is a direct signal to your body to stop burning fat and start storing it. And when we talk about the liver, the story gets even darker. Unlike glucose, which can be used by every cell in your body for energy, fructose is different. Your liver is the only organ capable of processing it. It bears the entire burden alone. Imagine your liver right now is like a massive, overflowing warehouse. But it's not a clean warehouse. It's packed to the rafters with old, heavy, rotting boxes of fat that have been sitting there for years. There's no room to move. The staff, your liver, cells are exhausted just trying to navigate the mess. You started drinking this lemon water to hire a cleaning crew to finally get those old boxes out of the building. But the second you add that healthy honey, it's like a massive delivery truck pulls up to the loading dock with 100 brand new shipments of junk. Every molecule of fructose in that honey is a new box that your liver has to deal with immediately. It has to stop the cleaning process, stop the fat burning, and stop the repair work just to process that sugar and turn it into, you guessed it, even more fat to stuff into the back of the warehouse. You're asking your cleaning crew to work a double shift while you're simultaneously dumping more trash on the floor. I want to talk about honey specifically for a moment because it's what I call the villain with an angel's face. Don't get me wrong, I love honey. I love the medicinal properties of local, raw honey. In a healthy body, it's a gift from nature. But when you are trying to heal a fatty liver, honey is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's roughly 40% fructose. Think of this as a ceasefire period. If your house was currently on fire, you wouldn't keep throwing natural wooden furniture into the living room just because it's high quality, would you? Of course not. You'd stop adding fuel until the fire was completely out. That is exactly what we need to do for your liver. We need a 12-week ceasefire. No honey, no agave, no organic coconut sugar, and definitely no fruit juice concentrates. We need to give your liver a break from the relentless influx of fructose so it can finally focus on the backlog of fat it's been carrying. I know some of you are thinking, but I just can't get it down without a little sweetness. I hear you. If you are truly struggling, don't reach for the sugar. Use a tiny bit of pure, organic, stevia or monk fruit. These are the only options that won't trigger that fat storage response or add to the toxic load your liver is trying to reduce. They allow the lemon water to do its job without the warehouse delivery truck showing up. But honestly, I want to challenge you. Try it neat. Learn to embrace that sharp, tart kick. When you feel that zing on your tongue, don't think of it as something that needs to be fixed. Think of it as the sound of your liver finally getting the help it's been begging for. It's the sound of the cleaning crew finally getting to work. However, even if you cut out the sugar and get the ingredients perfect, there is one more trap. It's the quick fix trap. Most people treat lemon water like a one-time detox or a week-long trial. And when they don't see a miracle in 7 days, they give up. But your liver doesn't work on a 7-day clock. It works on the law of compounding. Let me show you the 12-week rule that changes everything. Finally, I see this one mistake more than any other. It's treating lemon water like a quick fix or a 7-day detox. We live in a world of overnight results and instant gratification. But I'm here to tell you, your liver doesn't care about your deadlines. It doesn't care that you have a wedding in a week or that you want to lose 10 pounds by Friday. The most common thing I hear is, I tried it for 4 days and I didn't feel a miracle, so I stopped. But that's not how biology works. Your liver is getting hit every single day by environmental toxins, by processed sugars, by the stress of modern life. It's a relentless battle. If your defense is only occasional, you're leaving your most vital organ unprotected 90% of the time. Think of lemon water not as a magic pill, but as a shield. You don't build a shield halfway through a battle and then drop it because you haven't won yet. You carry it every single day. Research actually shows that while you might see a 25% drop in damage markers in just 2 weeks, the real structural transformation, the kind of change where your liver actually begins to shed years of stored fat, happens around the 12-week mark. That is the biological cycle of your liver cells. It takes time for the vitamin C, the antioxidants, and those essential oils to build up a high enough concentration in your tissues to create lasting change. Consistency isn't just a good idea. It's the only way to get the results that the science actually promises. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I want to be consistent, but I'm worried about my teeth or my stomach just can't handle the acid every morning. I hear you. And those are valid concerns that often stop people from finishing their 12-week journey. But don't let these small obstacles rob you of a healthy liver. We have armor for these exact issues. First, let's protect your smile. Yes, citric acid can temporarily soften your enamel. The mistake most people make is drinking it and then immediately brushing their teeth, which actually rubs the acid in. Don't do that. Instead, use a straw. It's such a simple biohack. By using a straw, the lemon water bypasses your teeth entirely and goes straight to the back of the throat. Once you're done, just rinse your mouth with a sip of plain water to neutralize the pH. That's it. Your teeth are safe and your liver is happy. And for those of you with sensitive stomachs, if drinking this first thing in the morning makes you feel a bit jittery or gives you that gnawing feeling, don't quit. Just adjust your concentration. Start with 1/4 of a lemon in a larger glass of water, maybe 16 or 20 ounces. Let your body acclimate. You can even drink it 30 minutes after a light breakfast if you need to. The goal isn't to suffer. The goal is to survive the 12-week cycle. Listen to your body, but don't give it an excuse to stop. I want you to stop looking at this glass of lemon water as a medical chore or another item on your to-do list. I want you to see it as a daily ritual of self-respect. When you stand in your kitchen tomorrow morning and you slice that lemon, I want you to realize that you are performing an act of service for an organ that has been working for you every second of your life without a single day off. Your liver is the most silent, humble organ in your body. It doesn't scream with pain like your stomach or your head until the damage is almost irreversible. It just keeps working, filtering, and protecting you. Drinking this water every morning is your way of saying, I see you, I appreciate you, and I'm giving you the tools you need to fight back. When you shift your mindset from I have to drink this to I am protecting myself, the 12-week journey becomes easy. It becomes a habit you actually look forward to. And once you reach that 12-week mark and you see the difference in your energy, your skin, and your blood work, you won't want to stop. But as powerful as lemon water is, there is one more super tool that research shows can actually double the speed of your results. If you combine your morning lemon water with this specific supplement, the fat burning effect goes from 25% to nearly 40%. Let me show you what that is and how to use it. So, let's bring it all together. To turn your morning glass into a true biological tool for healing, you have to hit those 5 key touch points. Remember, don't water down your progress, keep it concentrated. Stop throwing away the medicine, use the clean peel, and let it sit in that warm activation water. Respect the golden window, first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. Stop feeding the fire, cut out the honey and the natural sweeteners. And above all, give your body the full 12 weeks it needs to actually rebuild. I want you to really think about this. Your liver is the most loyal, silent partner you will ever have. It performs over 500 functions for you every single day without a single complaint. It doesn't scream for attention like a headache or a sore muscle. It just works. It filters, it protects, and it waits for you to give it the help it needs. Don't wait for it to speak up in the form of a scary diagnosis or chronic fatigue before you start listening. Starting this ritual tomorrow morning isn't just about nutrition. It's an act of respect for the organ that keeps you alive. But I have to be honest with you, as powerful as this lemon water protocol is, it's only the beginning. There is a specific biological pathway that research shows can actually double the speed of your results. I've put together another video, one that has already been watched by over 2 million people, where I break down the exact routine that can shrink liver fat by nearly 40% in just 2 weeks. In that video, I also reveal one specific supplement that works in total synergy with lemon water to clear out your system faster than anything else I've seen in the clinical data. If you are truly serious about reversing fatty liver, getting your energy back, and finally feeling like yourself again, you cannot afford to miss that next step. Click right here to watch it now, and I will see you over there.